I'd like to show you a cool card trick today. Cards will be shuffled before you even begin. And I also like to mention, happy 4th of July. Cards are spread and any card can be selected. Let's just say, in this case, this one goes for today. And I will have it noted by everyone here. Hopefully it can be seen by the camera. Yeah. Okay. And it will be tossed into the pack, say about here. I can have it shown. Okay. And then tossed back inside the pack. Cuts and shuffles abound. I don't think it's on bottom, the Queen of Clubs, nor would it be likely on top, the 10 diamonds. That would be make it much too easy. But here's the cool part. If I get the 10 diamonds, I just give it a wave, you can actually see that the Queen of Spades comes out. I believe that is your card. And let's have a little bit more fun. Let's say there's another spectator. Your name is, say, Michelle. Hello, Michelle. Michelle, I want you to think of any card you want, aside from Queen of Spades being here. Any card you want, and I just want you to think of it, okay? And you got a card in mind? And they go, yep. Okay. Free choice, name it out loud, any card, and they happen to name, in this case, Queen of Hearts. Oh, kind of close. Oh, yeah. And even closer, the Queen of Clubs right here. Seems like we're getting all queens today, because this is the Queen of Hearts. I'm Dan, and hope you had a good one. Hoping everyone's having a good 4th of July, and let's jump into it. It was kind of funny how it all played out, because it was just coincidences in the performance that all the queens popped up. So anyone who thought it was planned, no, it wasn't. But this is a cool trick regardless, because of the fact it plays on an idea, a chance, and a very good chance that you will be right, and that is so nice. So first, let's jump into the principle. If a woman is likely asked to name any card, the likely answer is the Queen of Hearts. It's just percentages. I think it's like 40 to 60% they'll just name the Queen of Hearts right off the bat. And what's so lovely about it is that you can play off this into predictions and actually just have a chance to be right. And I thought, I want to place this into a routine, so here's what I came up with. Queen of Hearts in this case, the lovely queen we're going to use, is going to be on the bottom of the deck. Okay? That's the whole setup, which is nice. The spectator may have any card chosen, maybe by dribble, maybe by cards being spread, whichever method you choose, or cards spread, whichever. So let's just say in this case, cards dribbled and cards selected. And it's noted. In this case, we note the queen. Let's do a different one aside from... I'm telling you, I wasn't a 4. Everyone's going to say, no, it was. Okay, so 2 of spades. Jeez. Okay, so we got a card selection. Here we go. Okay, while they are noting it, we get a break above the bottom card, the Queen of Hearts. So we get a break above it. So we gotta do this with pinky pull down, Arthur Buckley buckle, using your middle finger and thumb, and then just lifting the back of the pack till one pops, inserting your finger in between, whatever works for you. We get it, and then we can transfer it, middle finger and thumb. So we transfer the break right here, and then we can swing off a couple packets, however many you feel, about half deck, whatever. They put their card back, and then they can put their card on top. One idea I just came up with right now, or one little subtlety, is going back. You can still have the transfer break thing. You're still in this position. You could just say a spectator, okay, so I'm going to swing cut cards. You just tell them when to stop, and you only do a couple cards at a time. Just a very small, like 1 card at a time, maybe 2 or 3 at a time. And then they say stop, and that goes there to them. So they put their card, they can see it, and it goes back. In any case, with this card that is, after swing cut the cards, we put back the card right here. The thumb is still maintaining a break separation right here. We add the pile on top, but adding the bottom card right here to the top of this pile. So in this case, the pinky of the, in this case, dominant hand will pull down on the card on the bottom, which is Queen of Hearts, pulls it onto this lower packet. So the lower packet is Queen of Hearts selection. Okay? And this upper packet is just upper packet. We then establish a pinky break above the Queen of Hearts rest of the deck goes on top. And then from there, we just control the Queen of Hearts, and which is uppermost, and the selection to the top via your favorite method. Maybe half the upper packet, all of the upper packet, and then rest of the packet. You control the card. I've covered that on the channel just as a basic cut. I'm not claiming anything to it, but it's just a basic cut you can do, or classic Divernon cut, undercut, double undercut, boom, half there, boom. In any case, we can get it to the top. You can do a shuffle, just maintaining this top stack. In this case right here, I'm maintaining. Okay. We show card isn't on bottom. Ace of spades, nope. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a multi-push-off. This was a hugely popular idea in Brother John Hammond's card magic book, the yellow book. I believe it's the Underground Magic of Brother John Hammond, the Magic of Brother John Hammond. One of those. It's a great book. It's one of my favorites. There's a lot of clever ideas in there. And so we're going to do a multi-push-off based on Brother John Hammond's thing. So we're going to do a triple push-off. So I'm going to actually push off 4 cards, but sight 3. It's a little bit of an intermediate thing. You have to practice a little bit, but eventually just get a fine touch for it, and I can see it. So in this case, if I'm going to get closer so the camera can see it. Okay, so we push off 4 cards, but I sight 3. So I push off so I can see 4. And it doesn't even have to be perfect. So 1, 2, 3, and you could actually, I'll push off so you can see it. 2, 3, and then 4. Okay, so then I get a break below the 4th card, and using my third finger, my ring finger, I'm going to get a break above the below. I'm going to get a break below the triple. Okay, so there's 2 breaks. One is below the 4th card right here. Okay, and the second one is below the above the bottom, the 4th card, but below the triple card, which can be seen right here. Okay, so in position check from top down, Queen of Hearts in this case. Okay, followed by the selection, followed by 2 random cards. Okay, so we got again position check below 4th card, ring finger break below the triple. Okay, so then from this position, this is the position we're in. Okay, I can stand up, I can change positions need be for clarity. I know that if I do this, people might not see it. There may be a glare from the lighting, so you can actually tilt up so maybe the whole general audience could see it, and people understand you're just trying to be very good hostmanship, trying to make everything very transparent for the audience per se. I know there's a word for it, but I'm totally blanking right now. So we turn up the card, and we show the triple card, which is a random card, and in this case, the 8 of diamonds, nothing. Okay, and after we turn it up, we then add the 4th card from the deck, which is face down, to the 3 card packet, and so now you got a break below the 4 card packet. 3 face up, 1 face down. Okay, now from this position, and this is going to take some practice for all you side stealers out there, the top, you're going to lift up the 4 card packet. It's going to be held by the middle, mainly by the thumb and ring finger, and then the other finger's coalescing, kind of just going along with it. Okay, it's going to be held halfway off. You're just going to kind of put it halfway off, holding 4 kind of as one. If you feel like it could split, you can hold middle finger and thumb right here, so you don't have to worry about splitting so much. But if you feel confident, you can just do it briefly, because it's brief. You only hold this position for a half second. Boom, and then you go right into the whole move of it anyways. And so what you're going to do is basically a side steal, just sliding back the top card with your thumb. Boom, goes to right here, so it keeps in vision. But Danny, what about this packet? It's shaded by your whole hand. Okay, so as it comes off, apologies for this case. So it comes off, we have it right here. Okay, we showed briefly just so they can see the image of the card. Okay, we don't let them stand too long, otherwise they'll know, oh, it's 4 cards. Okay, so lift it off. Okay, thumb, hand comes over, thumb at the back right here, middle finger at the front. Okay, this is just for the shade of the card. So when this card slides back, you don't have to worry about the flash or this giant amount right here. Okay, from here, the ring finger is going to push the 3 cards into the hand, poop, and you might hear occasionally a little pop, but otherwise you might not. You just work on making it silent. So you pull back, and then you got this cards, which is reinforced by being pushed in your palm by the ring finger. So it goes into there, boom, and then they can see that. Okay, some people like to, it's like a regular side steel palm, and then some people would normally just give off the cards and then shuffle and then re-add it, whatever. In my case, I'm just going to steal it off and then do it using a context of a color change. Come over and then down, up, down. That is what it looks like. So again, so I side steal it off. They see the cards. Okay, come up, down, up, down. In a little bit faster motion. Okay, so we got the 8 of diamonds right here. Okay, I'm going to show you something magical, and I can actually just change it like that to the 2 of spades. Okay, one more time. See, 8 of diamonds. In this case, I'm just palming off, but I'll do an actual side steal in this case. Okay, so I've actually, let me redo that. There was an error. My hands are so sticky. My apologies. So side steal it back, steal it off. Okay, and then mention it. So this wasn't your card. You affirm. They affirm. Okay. Well then, I want to show you something special. I'll get it. I'll give it a little wave, and you can actually see it change into 2 of spades. Is that your card? And then they freak out. And so that's a really cool revelation. And people think, oh, okay, he does cool little tricks, side steal change. Gotta practice to make it look nice, and the whole color change and everything. And then also work to habits and spectators and everything, so it's just like they're paying attention when they see color change. It just pops. It looks amazing. And so you're at that position. You're at the end. But like, Danny, what about the queen and all that stuff? Well, if you notice position check, you got the selection, and right behind it is that queen of hearts. Okay. So this is kind of fun. You're in a great, great position with a little twist and have a possibility of a mind-bending trick created from just an opportunity. Just putting the queen of hearts on bottom. So then you go to a female spectator, because females are much more likely to just announce queen of hearts. They ask them to name any card. They think of it. You can have the 2 of spades half off right here since it's just double. And because you did the cover card with the 4th card, you can actually, as you lift off 2 cards, you can actually see there is the cover card right here. So it looks like you end clean, which is really nice. Looks like the trick is over. They're just seeing this, the end result. And then they think of a card. And more likely than not, it is going to be the queen of hearts they're going to name. Let's say they do in this case. Name any card. And then you can hype it up if you want. No way. Really, queen of hearts? And they go, yeah, there's no way you got it. And they're just like laughing. But make sure they pay attention when you do the reveal. And you're still. And you show the queen of hearts. Cool. And then they're freaking out. Which is always so, so nice. And if they don't, in this case, well, you've got an opportunity to actually go back into the pack and search around for it, cull it out. So let's say it can be named anything. Let's say they name 5 of spades. Let's go crazy. 5 of spades. Just be aware that there is a card reversed on top. You can maybe do some half pass to cover it up and clean it up or whichever, but just be aware. And you can leave this card right here. It's queen of spades. I mean queen of hearts. Queen of hearts. And what we're doing is just a good guess regardless. Maybe they changed their mind. Maybe they did want to go to queen of hearts. And so you have that opportunity right there. And then let's say it doesn't work out. This is your out. I'd like to give people outs, opportunities. It was 5 of spades. I go through, and I look for it. Once I find it, I noted it. Okay, I cull it. So I cull it, and as I turn the pack toward them, it seems like it's so difficult to find, and it seems like it being so fair and open as you show them everything. Well, you have the card right to the back right here. It seems so fair and open. You could even do a one-hand display, which I love doing with the cull. Seems so fair. You square everything up, and you've already got the card on top, which is so nice. And then you can do what I call a Mexican top change, which looks like this. Boom. Push off with the top card, which is selection. Boom. Boom. And take it and turn. and then you can show the selection, which is cool. And I've used it in professional settings for events, and that's got me out of a jam or two, which is so nice. Again, I'm doing it from an open setting, but usually it's just done from a little bit of that, and then name it, boom, like a top change, but it's like a Mexican turnover with the top change. Instead of like doing this move, the Mexican turnover and the top change. Ooh, now we're doing, I know it was a bad one. Anyways, now we're doing it like this. It just seems so casual. No one judges it. And then you can top change for days, which is just so nice. So casual. Boom. That looked great for camera. Awesome. So that's another way you can out in case that routine doesn't work to your favor if they announce anything else. But more likely than not, you got a free bonus effect for doing nothing but just having the Queen of Hearts on bottom and just maintaining it through a really cool color change trick. I think it's cool. I think I'm going to call this trick Queen Destroyer. It has a lot of cool ideas to it. And I know there are other magicians who have ideas playing around the Queen, but just around the psychology of it. And while it is an estimation effect, if they name it or not, I think the chances they do name it make it worth it. And it's a miracle. It's like, he just made a change out of nowhere. I just thought of a card and he made it appear. And we're using kind of luck, kind of statistics to our favor, but I think it's a great effect. I don't know, what do you think about it? Let me know in the comments section. And if you're interested in learning magic at all, feel free to check out the links in the description below. With that said, hope everyone has a wonderful day and happy 4th of July.